these guys, one guy picks me up by one hand and the other leg, and the other guy picks me up by the other hand and the other leg. No bodyboard, no neck brace, no nothing. They just pick me up by my hands and my feet, and they carry me up this hill. And they lay me down on the side of the street. And before the helicopter came, that's when they decided to put me on a bodyboard. Like at the time, you know, I'm 21, I really can't find anything, any reason worth living. Like I just want it to be over. I want to die. And he comes and he sits down next to me, he puts his hand on my knee, and he says, Tanner, you know, what can I do to help? I said, Dad, there is nothing you can do. I am blind. I'm totally blind. My life is meaningless. My life is worthless. It is hopeless. There's nothing you can do. He says, Tanner, I know it's hard right now. I don't understand what it means to be blind. But let me tell you something. You could be blind and you could be in a wheelchair. As a matter of fact, you should be. You could be blind in a wheelchair and mentally you should be a vegetable. Tanner, you should be dead. I know that it's tough right now for you, son. It's always going to be tough. But let me tell you something. It can always be worse. It's interesting that I'd have to lose my sight before I'd be able to look inside myself to see my value and my potential. And so I know in this moment that it's going to be up to me to create it. I made a choice back in 2008, right? Just choosing what we do in the moment. Recognizing when we see an opportunity. I'm working full-time, I'm going to school full-time. It's 2008, I just bought a house, right? Because I bought at a really great time in 2006. And my fiance left me, and so when I'm going to school and I'm going to work, if everything works out just right, when I get off work and I get home on time, the one thing I like to do at the end of the day is watch The Tonight Show. And I love the monologue. It's my favorite thing. It's Monday night. I'll never forget it. It's the end of May, 2008. Love watching headlines. I sit down, I turn on the television, and I hear a commercial. That means I missed the monologue, right? Like the commercial. When I turn on the television for the past 2 years, and every other night, it's, if I'm home on time, everybody's clapping because it already started. So I'm like, I'm pissed, right? I'm seeing myself in this situation, and then all of a sudden the sports news broadcaster comes on. It's like, you know, the music starts playing. I'm like, what is it? And then that was when I heard the sound that would change my life forever, right? So back when I'm recovering at my parents' house, 2004, I'm coming to terms with the situation in which I find myself. I'm digging around in the closet. I don't even remember what I was looking for, but I stumble across this piece of leather, and curiosity gets the best of me, okay? And immediately I know what it is. And I put it on because it's my old baseball glove. I can't help myself. Like literally I put on the glove, like boom, I catch that ball, I crow hop, I throw the guy out at home plate, right? Like I make that game-winning play like I did thousands of times as a child. And out loud, I told myself, I took the glove off and I said, Tanner, that part of your life is over. Game over. And that Monday in May in 2008, right after that sports broadcaster came on, this weird sound that I had never heard before, no one ever told me about it. I've been blind 4 years. It was a beep baseball for the blind, an adaptive version of America's pastime. And so I chose. I picked up the phone and I started dialing on Tuesday. I figured out where they were practicing. I showed up. I gave everything that I had, every single time I stepped on that field. Just like when I'm stepping on this stage right now, I'm giving you everything that I've got, because I never know how long I have. And I never know how much value I can bring, how many lives I can impact, unless I show up with my fullest self. And so why I do everything every day is legacy.